Okay, cool.
Live.
Wait 10 seconds, says Scott.
No, Scott.
Wait, Scott's out sick.
We get to play the song.
Yeah. Where is
Scott's
it?
out
There
sick.
it is. All right.
STS Podcast. Guys, STS Podcast. Guys, STS Podcast. Guys, Jeremy, Leo, Larry, and Nate. Scott's out sick. Jeremy, Leo, Larry, and Nate. Scott's out sick. Jeremy, Leo, Larry, and Nate. Scott's out sick. STS Podcast. STS Podcast. Guys, STS Podcast. Guys, STS Podcast. Guys. Never gets old. Never gets old.
Scott's out sick.
What is going on, everyone? What is going on? Welcome to this week's episode 196. I said of the STS Guys. I am Jeremy.
Hey, it's Larry.
Hey guys, I'm Nate.
And Scott's out sick. And we are a weekly podcast where we sit around, shoot the shit, and talk about anything geeky, nerdy, and cool. What is going on this week, guys?
Brought back some memories. I haven't heard that one in a while.
Yeah,
I know.
It's classic.
Hit me right in the feels. Right in the feels.
Some memories of Scott being out sick.
I know, right? Poor Scott.
Hey, we got Ed. What's up, Ed?
Oh, what's up, Ed?
Ed.
Ed never fails, you know. Consistent.
He's a good guy.
Awesome Ed.
Ed's an awesome guy.
He does some great Funko Pop photography, actually. Well,
True. I liked his shot today for Funko Soda Saturday with the Godzilla soda fig with the little Santa hat. Well done.
very festive, Ed.
Yeah, perfect for December.
Very, very, very festive. But you know what, guys?
Somebody say the thing so I can click the button.
It's been a week.
It's
There
been
we
a
go.
couple weeks.
It's been a week.
It has been a
There's
week.
Scott.
There's Scott.
He's with us in spirit, always.
Yeah, always.
Yeah, but it's been a couple of weeks. Happy
Yeah.
Thanksgiving, everyone, by the way.
Yes.
Yeah, happy Thanksgiving.
Yes.
Holiday
And-
week last week, so that was fun. Black Friday. Did you guys do anything crazy for Black Friday? Any stories? Or were you mostly online Black Friday this year?
I did mostly online Black Friday just because I was in Vegas.
Oh yeah. We were back and I didn't really buy anything, so there's nothing I needed or wanted, like video games, I guess.
Yeah.
But, like there was, I mean, if it was there, I probably would have bought it by now. So
Yeah, I didn't really buy anything. I said the only thing I bought, a couple of video games. That Guardians game was $20, and so I
Yeah,
picked
it
up
was
that.
really cheap.
Yeah, so I picked up that Guardians game. That's actually
It's not
installing in the background right now.
Oh, nice.
And well, because with the Xbox, right, you get the free upgrade. I said the Xbox. I said One X version. So I'm like, hey, just free. I'm like $20, can't beat that. So
Nice.
it got pretty good reviews, and so I definitely wanted to check it out.
Yeah,
it's cool.
I've
but-
heard good things about it too.
But other than that, the only thing I did was there's a Chinese company called Toys Wonderland that they had some insane deals with like Black Friday plus being able to stack coupons and rewards points and doing all this other stuff. Dude, I got like 5 hot toys for like $600. It was
Holy shit.
amazing. Like
Holy crap.
it was amazing. So
Do you have a few to show us?
I got well, 2 of them came already, which
Wow.
was shocking. Yeah,
Wow.
that's
Damn.
that was blew my mind. Like so
Yeah.
so I got a knock on the door from DHL the other day. I'm like whoa. I'm like, because normally I'm waiting like at least 2 months, like
Yeah.
plus for them to send something. So Larry, you can play the sound officially. So I'm like, it's a couple that I've been wanting to pick up, but I didn't want to pay full price for. Captain Marvel.
Nice.
And then Gwyneth Paltrow in her rescue armor.
Oh,
so
cool.
get the rescue.
Cool.
Yeah, that's a
real
unique
quick.
look for her.
That's hot. That's hot. That's hot. That's hot. That's hot. That's hot. That was hot. That's hot. That is really hot.
It's so hot, guys.
Yeah.
It is so hot.
Gotta take this jacket off.
I get why you didn't want to pay full price for those. Like the Captain Marvel one's cool, but yeah, the Gwyneth Paltrow rescue, it's not a must-have. But if the price is right, why not?
Yeah,
Exactly right. So it's the hey, I don't want to pay I think on Sideshow it's like $400, but $118.
Yeah.
Like I said, I'll pay that.
Yeah, no, that's a great price.
There
No
were
matter what it
a
is.
lot of figures on sale for Black
Yeah.
Friday. That's one thing I saw a lot of. I didn't buy a lot of stuff, but I did see quite a few things on sale. So it doesn't surprise me you found such good deals on that stuff.
Yeah. So I got these two. I got another Iron Man figure from Endgame coming. I got the Hawkeye as Ronin.
Nice.
Just because, like I said, I've been watching Hawkeye, which is really good. If you guys haven't checked that out yet so far, like it's probably my favorite Disney Plus series.
Yeah.
It's
I've only gotten through the first episode, but I do like it.
The third episode's really good.
Okay.
Like it's really
They only have 3 so far, right?
They only have 3 so far, yeah. And then what other one did I get? I got a Black Widow too.
Oh, cool.
Nice.
That's a solid pickups to round out
solid haul.
your Avengers, man. It's getting right. It's getting pretty complete. That's awesome.
Mhm. I'll be
Right.
Endgame Avengers complete. I say
Okay,
with what I picked up.
Damn, dude.
Yeah.
Are you gonna eventually put them all out and on a shelf together or something like the whole?
Yeah,
series?
Well, because you can kind of see right now. So I got my display cases.
Oh, nice.
Opposite. So that furthest one, yes, that's this one right here. Like so, I started clearing out spaces and moving stuff around. So that's going to be the Avengers shelf when everything comes in.
Looks like you have a Gladiator Hulk up there.
Yep, I do have a Gladiator Hulk.
Nice.
The big guy.
Yeah, nothing really stands in the way of Jeremy's Hot Toys collection.
No, I gotta start taking these pictures, like because I said Nate, you do it, Ed does it. I gotta start taking some Hot Toy pictures.
Yeah,
it really helps you appreciate that stuff more. Larry does it too. It gives you a different appreciation for what you have. Like that's one thing I love about figure photography is it actually lets me pose the figures and mess with them and actually create situations where they're fighting other people and then just try to capture that the best way possible. That's what's fun.
Well, because I have a ton of fun, like I said, reposing. Like I said, these guys, because maybe every couple weeks, I'll take a figure out and like I said, I'll repose it and put it back in the display. And it's kind of cool just because I said I'll swap out hands, I'll swap out accessories, I'll do a whole bunch of different stuff, and then it just completely changes the look of the figure. So
you have do you still have that NECA Dio?
Yeah,
it's not perfect for the Avengers, but you could even if you just threw them in front of that and took a picture when you get them out and repositioning things, that would be cool.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, if you put it up if you want to do a portrait, a closer one, you don't have to get the whole figure in the shot. 'Cause that might be hard for Hot Toys, but you could prop that NECA Dio up on a couple boxes, and then so it's high enough, and then maybe do a low down shot on something. I don't know.
Do some forced perspective on it.
Yeah,
exactly.
Just to have something in the background that's not your house or the wall or the kitchen, right? You need something to go behind it, and you already have it. You have a really cool diorama, so why not?
Thanks, Ed. That custom Dio is just awesome. I'm loving it. I actually have another shot I'm going to post tomorrow of another Batman shot beating people up.
Oh yeah,
but I'm having a lot of fun with that thing.
Yeah.
And Nate, I think also speaking of posting, I think you're getting close to 10K followers. Getting close to that K, that K on the old Insta.
Yeah, I'm only about 20 people away. I think it's great.
Nice.
A lot of my friends were sharing in their stories, which brought some other people. So yeah, I'm pretty close. It's taken me a long time to get there, and going from 8 to 10 has taken forever. It's very slow progression. It's only recently that I've actually been gaining some more followers, but it's weird. Instagram's a roller coaster that way. Sometimes you get a lot of attention, other times you get no attention at all.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, I'm excited though. It's cool.
To be fair, there's only so many people who like toys as much as we do.
True. Yeah, there's
like,
only such a big audience.
Yeah, it wasn't that long ago that I went through like my followers and tried to clear out my followers list. No, the people I was following, right? I was trying to clear the people I was following list because I'm like, how am I following so many people? But there were like all these accounts from 3, 4, 5 years ago when I started on Instagram that haven't been active anymore. So like, I feel like a lot of my followers are the people who haven't posted since like 2018 too. So I got that going against me, right? It's hard. There's all these like ghost followers and stuff.
Exactly. Yeah, a lot of people have that where they just have like a bunch of accounts that actually aren't even on Instagram anymore, but they're just counted as followers.
Yep, they're still out there. So it's hard to gain new people especially new people who are engaged and are actively using Instagram. So yeah, that's cool though, man. I bet by the next podcast, hopefully you'll be at 10K.
I hope so.
That's pretty
20 away, pretty close. Takes pictures of the milkshake to bring the boys that bring everyone to the yard. I almost said the actual lyrics. I said the boys to the yard. That's very kind of you, Ed. It is cool though. The toy community is really like supportive. So it's all about like sharing other people's stuff, and they'll share your stuff, and just the camaraderie there of people that do collect toys and take photos of them. So that's a big part of that success, I think, too. Yeah. Just the friends I've made.
That's cool. And you post up news and stuff too, because I saw like you guys talked about it last week, but there was that like the Mezco, what was it, like, I don't know, where you got the blue skull guy.
Oh yeah,
that thing was called. Was it an advent calendar? Yeah, right.
Like, came with Cousin Eddie.
Yeah, I always learn about the Mezco drops from your stories and stuff too. So aside from just like, toy photography, you're posting up important things too, like that I learn about. That's where I learned that, hey, there's a new Mezco exclusive dropping today. So yeah, it's usually from you because you almost always on top of it.
Yeah, I'm part of a Discord, and the good thing is those guys share news like as soon as it happens. Right. So as soon as somebody sees a drop, it's probably something like Jeremy's in with the Hot Toy stuff. You see something on sale, or you see it drop somewhere. Somebody drops a link, you're like, you know exactly where it is. And you get a lot of people that ask, like, where do I go to find this? Because some of the Mezco stuff is like hidden sometimes. It's weird.
Oh, yeah.
So you have to like provide the URL to somebody so they can find it before it sells out.
Discord has been, I said, amazing. Yeah, no, completely agree with Nate. The Discord has been, like I said, amazing with kind of like I said, bringing people together and like I said, a lot of these like collectible community. Because to Nate's point, no, that's exactly right. Some of these like some of these Hot Toys, they're like on like crazy obscure like Chinese websites where I'm like, okay, like
is this really legit?
Is this really legit? And then like so we'll have other people in the group that'll vouch for it, like, oh yeah, it's legit, but hey, it'll take forever. Or hey, guess what? Don't use a credit card, but maybe maybe throw in some Bitcoin and pay him that way. But like I said, it's just a way to get figures like super cheap. But yeah, no, the Discord communities, like I said, will do a lot of vetting even like I said beforehand. Just to make sure like hey, it's a legit place.
Yeah, if you have something that you're in, like if you join a Discord, there's a lot of people that are very passionate, probably more than you, about that same thing. And so it helps you collect whatever it is that you're interested in. Like I'm sure Larry has one maybe for Funko, you know, kind of the same idea. Yeah,
same idea. There's a lot for Funko. There's a lot that like to charge you. Right,
wow.
That's a thing. I don't know if maybe that's just a Funko thing, but right, they like to charge you a monthly subscription because you get their bots and stuff. So yeah, I think even like Pop Collectors Alliance has a Discord that's got quite a few people in it. So
I guess that makes sense though. If you have actually like a bot buying group that's actually able to get you things easier than just the average Joe trying to get an exclusive, it is valuable.
It is valuable. I have a graphics card, one of those.
Yeah, see?
Of course you do. He's got like an entire like computer army at his house. Eventually, it's just going to become like self-aware.
Dude, my guest room is
support my own.
I have a thermometer in my guest room. My guest room is 90 degrees.
Oh, wow.
because it's just cooking in there all the time.
It's just like as many graphics cards in there. It's cooking. Literally,
that's ridiculous. It's good that you have the extra space then. That way you can have it off to the side and it's not next to you all day. Right?
Yeah, I literally like to seal off in a room and
works. Yeah,
and it works.
Yeah, just nobody go in there. It's a sauna.
Exactly.
Ed, I did end up pre-ordering the RoboCop NECAs.
Oh, the chair is awesome.
The chair is just totally worth it. Dial pieces like that do not come along very often, especially in 1/12 scale. So if you see something like that, you have to just jump on it because it's going to be hard to find. You know, maybe NECA will reissue it at some point, but they haven't done RoboCop in like 20 years.
Oh, wow.
So I don't think they'll be doing it again anytime soon.
No, and RoboCop's a pretty popular franchise.
Yeah, it's one of my all-time favorite movies
from
the 80s. You know?
Yeah, exactly. It's always been one of your favorites, but like a lot of other people really like RoboCop too. And if you miss out on these, in a year or two, you're going to have to pay up for them. So it's good you got in now at retail.
Yeah, NECA's reasonable price point for the most part. You know, the chair and the dial is a little bit more expensive, but you're getting a lot for that too. You know, it's worth it in my opinion. You're going to use it. It's worth it. Well, we'll go into my week then, since we're talking about toys.
Yeah,
I got a Mezco.
Hey.
If you guys are playing along on Bingo podcast, bingo/STS Guys, you probably just got a square. I got the Casino La Cucaracha Gomez, which is actually really cool. He's kind of like a Casino Royale James Bond Gomez. He's got a white tux. This is what he looks like right here.
Oh, cool.
Awesome.
Yeah. It's very James Bondy.
Yeah, it comes with a cool like hoverboard that has all these like rocket, jets on it, and it's got missiles that fire out and machine guns, and it's crazy, man. He comes with all kinds of stuff, and it came with like I don't know if you guys are familiar with the 5 points figures, but it's the 3.7 inch line. But yeah, the Pink Skulls Chaos Club, which is these three guys here. I haven't opened any of this stuff because it just came recently, but
cool.
Oh,
so are there 3 5 points figures in there then, or is it just one?
It's a set of 3, and they're the Pink Skulls.
Yeah. Those are super popular for the 1/12 ones.
Yeah, I should actually just open it up to show you guys.
Do it.
Hey, live unboxing.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's the kind of quality content you get from the STS guys.
That's right.
The best bi-weekly podcast there is.
Yeah. Where we totally playing this and have been talking about it all week.
Yeah, so there's a little bit better look at the box.
That's cool.
Does it come with the drums? That'd be awesome.
Oh, no, it doesn't come with drums, unfortunately. I wish it did. That would be awesome.
The graphics are pretty, as usual with Mezco. The graphics are
their packaging is just amazing. Okay, let's try to get this open quickly. Oh, unboxing video is another bingo square. There you go.
Hey, see? Oh, wait, while you're doing that.
Bingo!
There we go.
That's
I didn't want to interrupt you before. I'm a little slow at these buttons. Scott's better.
These 3 Pink Skulls. You can see that guy's flipping you off right here. But yeah, they're interchangeable heads. You can change their arms out. I'll just pull out one real quick just to show you. Sorry, there's a lot of packaging. This guy here.
Look at that.
That's a really cool, like 3 3/4 inch kind of figure.
Yeah, he's pretty awesome.
Way better than like the original Kenner Luke Skywalker.
Right.
It's pretty cool.
Like really
with
nice quality.
Little French tickler lightsaber.
Yeah, yes.
Baseball bat.
Oh, cool.
It says Skull Crusher on it. That's cool though. Yeah. It's a cool little set. I've got some of the other Rumble Society stuff they've done for 5 points.
Yeah.
Every once in a while I'll do a shot with like that scale. It's just kind of hard to shoot that scale.
Yeah. Well, I mean, with this, like, there's 3 of them, which is nice. That makes it a little bit easier, right?
Cool.
You can set up a scene because there's a whole group. So that's
pretty cool.
Yeah. They just don't move much, right? That's the problem with the 5 points, and that's why the 1/12 figures are so cool because you can do a lot with them. But I'm sure you can come up with something.
Shit. Oh, there we go. I just dropped my whole
box
of them. That's great.
You got to do something for like 5 points Friday. Is that a thing?
Whoa!
There you go. 5 points Friday.
That feels like it should be a thing if it's not.
It should actually. That sounds like an amazing idea. 5 Points Friday.
That should be a new hashtag. I said,
Patent pending.
yeah.
Patent pending. Don't take my idea.
I mean, go for it. Cool, man. Those are really cool figures. Did you? So
Molotov cocktail. That's cool.
Oh wow! I didn't realize they came with so many accessories.
Yeah, it's pretty cool.
That's fun.
Bat with nails in it.
Yeah.
Can't see it very well because it's.
I can see the nails. That's pretty cool.
Pretty cool
for that scale. Like that's some pretty awesome detail.
Yeah, it's a fun little set.
Yeah.
If you like toys, you appreciate it.
It's kind of a good throw-in. Like you probably wouldn't buy that by itself, but the fact that it came with the other figure that you wanted, I know that drives up the price sometimes. But Mezco always does throw in cool extra stuff that even though you don't necessarily need it, it's fun to have.
Yeah, and it's an exclusive set, so that makes it a little bit more like enticing. Like, oh, okay, well, I can only get this through this set, and I want the Gomez anyways. To your point, it's just a nice bonus to get that.
Yeah, even if you just throw it up on a shelf or something, because again, there's 3 of them, so they look cool all together. So it's fun.
Yeah.
Awesome, man. Did you do anything else? You mentioned Black Friday. Did you end up picking up anything for Black Friday?
I got a TV actually for my office.
Nice.
From Costco. It's small, like a 40-inch TV, so not a huge one, but it's for my office, so I can mount it on the wall while I'm working.
Yeah.
Like over here. So yeah, that's about all I got though. Didn't go crazy. Tried to stay at home as much as possible during Black Friday.
Yeah, I don't know. I feel like it wasn't that crazy. I didn't see like any good deals. I didn't see any fights. I know the stores were closed on Thanksgiving this year, at least some of them, right? Like Target and stuff for the second year in a row, which is good because you should probably be doing Thanksgiving at home and not hanging out in the Target parking lot. So that was a good change. I think Black Friday is just post-COVID. It's not going to be quite the same. I can just buy everything I want on Amazon like I've been doing all year.
Yeah. There's not really an incentive to have to like go out anymore like you used to.
Nope. It's all online.
Right.
And leave it to chance with the post office or UPS or whatever and hope that your stuff gets there and doesn't get stolen off your front porch.
Yeah.
Hey, Nate. Random question, right? Just because I saw it on one of these Chinese sites. Have you seen that Beast Kingdom Joker, that 89 Nicholson Joker?
Yeah, I have.
Thing looks freaking
crazy.
Sweet.
It's crazy that they're making a Jack Nicholson Joker because I've always been told that his likeness is incredibly expensive. So companies won't touch it because they'd have to charge you extra for the figure just to be able to, produce it because they're paying so much. So the fact that they're doing it is nuts. But yeah, I'm definitely interested because I haven't seen a Jack Nicholson Joker in 6-inch scale ever.
Yeah. It's pretty
That's
sweet
cool.
looking.
Yeah, I have to find out. Beast Kingdom. I know they made that, but I don't think they've solicited it yet. Like it hasn't gone up for pre-order.
Oh, yeah.
ToysWonderland.com. Ordered overseas.
Oh, okay. Hold on a second.
It might be cheaper.
Yeah, true. Toys Wonderland.
This is the part of the podcast where Nate buys something.
Yeah, I'm looking. I won't buy it just yet, but maybe. We'll see.
That's cool.
So what else? Any other It's Been a Week stories?
I don't think I really bought anything, but I went to Disney World.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How's that?
That was my Thanksgiving trip. It was awesome. We had a really good time. Right before Thanksgiving, we did 5 days at Disney. We flew in super late, like Thursday night. Did 5 days at Disney World. Left super early Wednesday morning. I saw absolutely no part of Orlando besides Disney properties. So we left. It was dark. We got there and it was dark. We left it and it was dark. So I have no idea what Orlando actually looks like. But Disney World was cool. We went to Animal Kingdom, Magic Kingdom, Hollywood Studios, and Epcot. Epcot was pretty rad. Right, I'd never been to Florida before, so all that was totally new. We went to Disney. We've been to Disneyland a couple times, but it was good to get to finally check out Disney World. Like I feel like as a kid growing up and stuff, they usually played commercials for Disney World and not Disneyland. And like I've always wanted to go to Disney World. So it was cool to be able to finally get to do that. Right, ate some food, hung out, went on some rides. The weather was great. It rained every day, but like Orlando rain is this weird, really fine drizzle where it's just kind of annoying. Right, just like mildly annoying, but it's not bad at all. But like people were decked out on the rain ponchos and stuff, but it wasn't bad. I was a little concerned when I looked at the forecast and like, oh great, like it's gonna rain every day, but which I think it did. But yeah, it wasn't bad. So like mid 70s and cloudy, it was perfect weather. Couldn't have really been any better. I will say that everyone in my family agreed that we like Disneyland better. So we probably will never be returning to Disney World.
I was just going to ask, which one do you prefer?
Yeah, Disneyland. So Disney World's okay. Like Nate or Jeremy, have you been to Disney World? No.
Yeah.
You have? So the thing we didn't necessarily like is like, right, you can park hop and all that stuff, but like you have to take the monorail or like you have to get an Uber. Like the parks aren't close enough. Like Disneyland and California Adventure, where you can literally just walk across like the concourse. Like to get to Magic Kingdom, you have to take like a monorail that takes like 10 minutes. Like I wasn't a huge fan of that. It's so big and spread out. Like just getting around takes forever.
Yeah, you stole exactly what I was gonna say.
Yeah,
I think Disney World's cool because you have a lot of extra stuff like Epcot. You don't have that in California, but it's one of those things. Like once I see it, it's kind of like one of those things I don't want to go back to.
No, exactly.
Like, I'd be perfectly happy with Disneyland and California Adventure by themselves.
Yep, I did like Epcot and Animal Kingdom. Right, it's a really cool zoo. Animal Kingdom is great, but I've been there. And like the few extra rides that they have at Disney World, like it's not it's not
really worth it.
It's not worth it. It doesn't put it above Disneyland for me. So already planning our next Disneyland trip. So yeah, no hurry to go back to Florida.
Yeah. And for me, I just kind of have loyalty to Disneyland because it's just it's so easy to get to from where I live, and it's the one I've been to. Like Ed says, he's been to Disney World 60 times, Disneyland once. See, it's kind of opposite for me. I've been to Disneyland like maybe not 60, but quite a few times. But I've been to Disney World maybe like 2 or 3.
Right, I know where everything is. Like I know where I want to eat and all that. Like I like like any vacation that I go on more than once, I like to do the same exact things over and over and over again. So Disney World, like Magic Kingdom's like this bizarro land, Disneyland, where it's close and some of the things are kind of in the same areas, but it's not exactly the same. And I didn't really plan a whole lot. Like we're not Uber planners or anything. But I found some food. Getting food reservations like at the actual like sit down restaurants was impossible.
So hard.
I got lucky and I got reservations the first 2 days, but then the next 3 days I wasn't able to get anything because we didn't really plan this ahead of time. We basically decided like last minute that hey, let's go to Disney World, and you have to do reservations for the parks now ahead of time to decide. Okay, I want to start my day at Magic Kingdom. That was interesting. It worked out, but some of the stuff when we first bought it was filled up already, and COVID wise, not really a big deal. You have to wear your masks whenever you're inside. So like when you go, into the store to shop, or if it's a ride that takes you inside for a while, you have to wear your mask for that. But and the cast members were really nice and would remind you if you did not have your mask on or have your mask on properly. So that was definitely a thing.
That's good that they're, enforcing it. I think in a place like Disneyland and Disney World, we're still not back to normal. So
no, and it's the rule. Like
all the time.
If you make it a rule, you need to enforce it.
Right.
And like Florida was one of the first states that didn't care about COVID rules, and that's why Disney World opened up so much faster than Disneyland. But yeah, the little bit of rules they had, they did enforce, which is cool. I did get to go on the Rise of the Resistance Star Wars ride for the first time. Because when we went to Disneyland last year, it was brand new, and they were still doing like the queue thing where you had to show up like right as the park opened, and we're not rope drop people, so we weren't able to even get a chance to going on that. But we were able to go on Rise of the Resistance this time. It is really, really cool. It's basically like you are in a Star Wars movie. Like it's very immersive. You walk around through different parts. It's like you're on like a Star Destroyer. It was really, really cool. That was probably my favorite ride now at any Disney park. So I'm
That's
glad we got
awesome.
to go on that. Yeah.
Yeah. You're like the second or third person that's told me that it's their new favorite ride now.
It was really cool. And well, Disneyland's got the Marvel stuff opening up too. So like there's a reason to go back to, right? There's the Star Wars stuff if you haven't been on it. And then the Marvel stuff. It sounds like there's a reason already to go back to Disney.
Me and Tiana are talking about going next year.
Yeah, that would be cool.
Would you say like somebody told me that it feels like they're not quite back up to 100% yet? You know, because it just feels like they don't have all their staff, or maybe the park's not as open. I don't know if it still feels like that. But. It wasn't like overwhelmingly busy. I feel like it was almost back to normal. So like the characters, like right, the people in the costumes, like the characters aren't out for like taking pictures and that kind of stuff like they were before. But that's really about it. Like we ended up doing like a character dining thing that had no characters, which I knew going into it, but it was like, I had to take which dining reservations I could get. So like there's some of that. Like if you want to do the character dining, it's not open at all of them, at least at Disney World. So it's almost there though. The one thing I noticed, which kind of sucked, is it's Disney World's 50th anniversary, right? So the 50th anniversary celebration just started in October. They didn't have a whole lot of 50th anniversary merchandise, and really, I feel like it's somebody should be
right?
celebrating more. Yeah,
absolutely. And just in general, I feel the selection at the stores was probably worse than it was when we went to Disneyland last year. So I'm guessing that's probably impacted by like the shipping issues and all of that stuff too. So that was the only thing that I noticed that probably wasn't normal. But like people wise, crowd wise, I feel like it was pretty much back to normal, man. Like I think there was enough, staff there and all that. Like I aside from those few little things, it's kind of like going back to 2019 or early 2020. Like you kind of forget about COVID and all that stuff. Aside from the occasional put your mask on. Yeah.
It's nice just to forget that it's going on sometimes because it's been taking over our lives for the last 2 years.
Yeah, exactly. So that was my big thing. And then I came back here for Thanksgiving to Texas.
Yeehaw! Texas.
Nice.
It had a nice Thanksgiving.
Do you get some Whataburger when you came back to Texas?
You know what? We did have Whataburger the other day.
I need to go back to Whataburger. It's been a while.
Come on, Bobby. Let's go to Whataburger. All right.
And I still haven't been to Taco Bueno.
That's right. Taco Bueno.
Nice.
One day. It's just too far. And Jeremy said it's not that good.
It's not that good. It's not that good.
Well, Larry's determined.
I'm going to go there. I'm going to go there
somewhere.
at some point. But yeah, like I'm not in a hurry.
Yeah, it's just
it's okay.
It's subpar at best. Have either of you guys seen Afterlife yet? Have you seen Ghostbusters?
No,
Afterlife?
I have not.
No.
No. Larry, you need to see Afterlife. There's a character in Afterlife called Podcast because he has a podcast.
That's Larry's new favorite character.
I love characters, right? You know exactly what you're getting with that guy. Like, no confusion. Like, he's got a podcast. Makes sense.
I've heard really good things about Afterlife, though. I really want to see it. Sounds like it stays true to the form, but also creates something new.
Yeah, well, I was the last podcast that we had, so I saw it, and like I said, we literally pegged that entire movie. Like I said, what we thought was going to happen. Like it's literally exactly what we had like kind of guessed.
I listened to episode 195 earlier today, finally, and I heard you say that, and I'm curious to see the movie because I don't remember exactly what we said. Yeah. I do remember the Ghostbusters, where we said there should be a Ghostbusters and Fast and the Furious tie-in. Still waiting for that because that was an awesome idea.
I'm trying to remember everything. I'm trying to remember the specific episode where we talked about it. But yeah, we had we had talked about this like once we found out that they were making a new Ghostbusters, how are they going to deal with the whole Harold Ramis being dead and stuff like that? Like we literally nailed exactly like we verbatim almost like said how the movie turns out. Like it was
That's funny.
in terms of STS guys predictions coming true. Like that one is true.
Awesome.
I'm just going back to the chat real quick. Ed asked if we had a chance to visit Pleasure Island while you were in Disney World. I have no idea what that is. Hey, that's a bingo square. Ed lived 2 blocks away from Disney World. That's awesome.
That is awesome.
Oh, well, that makes sense why he went so much.
That would be so much fun to be that close to Disney.
And by that point, when you get the annual pass, if you're going, I think at least 6 or 8 times a year, it pays itself.
Yeah. Right.
So
you
if you're
just
gonna
show
go
up,
that much, yeah,
you
just
show
up.
Get a turkey leg, go on a ride, and head home,
Right.
and it's
Who wouldn't want to go ride Space Mountain before they go home after a hard day at work?
Yeah, exactly.
I've had a hard fucking day. I'm gonna go ride Space Mountain a couple times.
Just hang out for a couple hours, get a Mickey pretzel because all Mickey shaped food tastes better than regular food.
Yes,
absolutely.
Just get some snacks.
Absolutely. Okay, we talked about it a little bit. Have you guys been watching Hawkeye?
So you guys are probably farther along than me. I've done 1 episode, but I'm liking it.
I watched it as soon as I could. So we left Wednesday morning, right, from Florida, and I tried to get my wife to let me download it and watch it on the plane, but she wanted to watch it with me. But we watched it as soon as we got home. So it's good. I watched those first 2 episodes, and then the 3rd episode dropped this Wednesday. It's pretty good so far. I'm enjoying it.
The 3rd episode's like I said by far that's awesome. Like I said, especially when you start when you start getting some more Hawkeye action.
Yeah,
in there,
action.
right?
Right? Yeah, more fight scenes and that kind of stuff. Yeah, it was good. Do you like what is it, Haley? Do you like her being the girl?
Kate Bishop. That's Kate
Bishop. Yeah, thank you.
I gotta say, when I first saw her, because I wasn't sure who actually was the girl. Like I didn't know much about Hawkeye going into it. I kind of just turned it on. And then I see that she's the lead, and I'm like, because that girl was from Bumblebee, and I thought she was kind of annoying in that movie. And she's been from a couple other things. But I will say, she seems less annoying in this show. She's actually not a bad character at all.
She looks exactly like the comic book version of Kate Bishop.
Oh, wow. Well, that's good.
Like if you actually pull up the comic book version of Kate Bishop, like it looks exactly like her. So like great casting in terms of looks for Kate Bishop. But yeah, no, I'm enjoying it. Like I said, I'm really enjoying series. Like yeah, that 3rd episode, especially I said I'm not going to ruin it for Nate, but so that bridge scene, Larry. That was cool.
I'm
gonna have to watch the rest of it now this weekend.
Yeah, it's a good show, man. Like I like it. I like the dog, the pizza dog.
Yeah, the pizza dog.
Like there's a dog. Who doesn't like dogs? I don't know her, right? Haley Steinfeld. I don't really know her for much, but she was the star of that, I think, Apple Plus TV show Dickinson.
Yes.
I guess she was in Pitch Perfect, those movies, and like Nate said, Bumblebee. I think she's got like an album too and stuff. Yeah, official music video. So she's kind of a big deal. It was a good pick though. Marvel does a really good job casting.
That is true. And they have money to spend, so they can get good talent.
Yeah, exactly, right? Because she probably wasn't super cheap. Like they could have went the cheap route, but they don't worry about that. They get the right person.
No, they get the right person for it, which is really why their movies do so well, because they have really good casting.
Yeah, exactly. They get the top tier people.
Yeah.
So shout out to Michael Newland, who's in the chat. I saw Jamie 3000 too. Of course, Ed. Shout out to Manny because he's a good guy. But Michael Newland made a statement here that I want to get Jeremy's thoughts on. So M Newland 77 says it's tied with Loki for the top Marvel series for me. What do you think, Jeremy? So far, out of all the Marvel series we've had on Disney Plus, the streaming service, bingo square. And you liking Hawkeye best or second best? Like
it's like so far. I'm liking Hawkeye. Like I said, it edges out Loki just slightly more. I said for me, just because it's ground. Like I said, it seems more grounded. Like I said, it actually in like I said like super tied to like events of the movies, right? versus like so Loki, like I said, it's kind of a spinoff. End of Loki was great, right? And end of Loki was great. Just the whole story of Loki. Like I said, I really enjoyed the series, but like I said, yeah, Hawkeye probably edges it out just a little bit for me. I didn't think it would, but that third episode kind of sealed it for me. Plus, like I said, the rumor has it, like I said, if this happens, it'll automatically be my favorite. Rumor has it Vincent D'Onofrio is supposed to show back up as Kingpin. Like I said, in this series. If that happens, like
that'd be huge.
That's an all time right there. Just sign it. That's my favorite Marvel series so far.
Yeah, I think I like it more than Loki too. Loki was good, and that doesn't take anything away from Loki. Loki was still good, and this still has a couple episodes to go, so it could either tank or it could be the best. But so far, I'm really enjoying it. Like I couldn't wait on Wednesday to watch it again. So there's only 6 episodes.
Yeah,
it's like
only
halfway done.
Episodes.
Yeah. It'll be done pretty quick, which is interesting.
Well, my guess is I said I'm wondering if there's going to be a tie-in to No Way Home.
Yeah, that's what I was just gonna say too, right? Because I mean, if Kingpin returns, isn't Daredevil supposed to maybe be in No Way Home? So like
they denied that, but then there was a leaked
screenshot. Everything.
Yeah, there was a leaked screenshot of someone posted basically a screenshot of basically Daredevil sitting in a chair with a bookcase, I said, behind him, and then like if you compare it to like said the same bookcase is in the trailer, like almost like shot by shot. But yeah, no, Daredevil is pretty much going to be in it. Like that's almost like a guarantee.
I don't know how the timing works out, but I think there's going to be a Hawkeye episode dropping like the day before.
Yes.
No Way Home comes out, so maybe it's even like that close,
Mhm.
where they're going to show Kingpin like a Wednesday morning, and then Thursday night you can go see the Spider-Man movie.
Yeah.
That to me feels really cool. Like if they're able to pull that off.
Well, because this is also the first series, Marvel series, they moved to that Wednesday slot too. So.
Oh yeah, you're right.
Yeah, because I said Loki used to be
was
Fridays, I believe.
Yeah.
So it's interesting. Plus, yeah, no. Did you guys get your tickets for No Way Home?
I did.
Like everyone going crazy for tickets. Like said
no problem.
Did you get your NFT, Jeremy?
I did get my NFT.
You did. I figured you did.
Yeah.
That was kind of like, I think the main reason why it got so crazy is because people wanted these free NFTs. But like around me,
I don't even think I knew about that.
I can look at theaters right now and there's availability.
Yeah.
So I don't have any problem getting there day one,
Like Thursday when I looked that morning that they went on sale, there weren't a whole lot of options, but like there were still plenty of seats available.
Yeah.
Like I didn't get to go at the time I wanted. I think we're going at like 5 p.m. I would have rather gone like a little bit later, but 5 p.m. is fine.
I think that's true too, because I remember I checked originally and it seemed like there was not as much seats. I think they add more times.
That screenshot you posted was insane. It was like every 15 minutes.
Yeah, I mean,
at whatever theater you're looking at, right? There's nothing else out there that people want to see. So yeah, they're going to overload this, and they're not going to leave any money on the table, right? Or like AMC isn't going to let Harkins.
Yeah, that was at the Camel View at Camelback. Fashion Square.
Okay, that's a good theater.
Yeah. So I mean, that one would be you'd think would be popular.
Yeah,
but it was open all day. But I know some people, it depends on how close you are to those theaters. How many theaters do you have around you? I get it. Like some people don't have as much access maybe as somebody else. I have theaters around me, so it's really not a big deal.
Yeah. I got mine at Alamo Drafthouse, which is smaller. They don't have as many screens. But again, it wasn't a problem. I instead of like the 6 or 7 p.m. showing, I had to choose the 5 p.m. showing, and it was totally okay.
Yeah, I have 2 sets of tickets. I have one for AMC, and then I said just for my NFTs, and then I said another for Cinemark.
Nice. Well, yeah, I mean, like that's not a problem. You're going to want to see it twice anyhow, so who cares? It's perfect. Might as well.
Yeah, no, like I said, I am looking forward to this movie. Like it's for me, like I said, it's the first like sort of legit Marvel movie.
Yeah,
that's come out for a long time.
I'm really trying to protect myself from spoilers because I just don't want to. I just want to experience the movie like it's supposed to be experienced. And I know people get excited and they want to post shit, but it's just all over the damn place. And I already have a good idea of what's going to be happening. I just don't want to know anything about the story. And I read an article that Benedict Cumberbatch, he did not read the full script because he didn't want to be spoiled.
I saw that,
He wants to see the movie in theaters too. So I think there's just it's a whole different experience when you get to actually see things that you didn't expect happening in the movie. And then you get to see it resolved in that movie or something else. But it's a whole nother thing when you get teased. You're like, well, fuck, now I have an idea of what's going to happen.
Yeah, and you're kind of waiting for it to happen, like, because you don't know what part of the movie. And
exactly.
Doesn't one of the international countries like get it 2 days before we do?
India.
So
India does.
Yeah. So we're screwed anyhow. Like, I was going to say,
stay off social media those few days.
Yeah, it's probably worth it.
I'm going to try to see it like Thursday night just to get it out of the way.
Yeah, that's why I wanted to go on Thursday for sure, is to try to avoid it. But if it's out there anywhere, people are going to post stuff. So I guess it's going to be taking a couple of days off social media. Try to stay off Instagram, but we'll see how that works.
Oh, Ed says you can mute certain words on Twitter.
Oh, interesting.
I did not know that.
No, spider and man.
I wish you could do that to Instagram. Mute certain story types.
Yeah, because it's usually the stories. Well,
it's the stories.
There's some of the spoilery kind of accounts too that I probably shouldn't follow, but
or the people that repost the entire trailer.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, cool. I won't go to YouTube. I'll just go to your page. Thanks.
Yep. Did you see Did you see that Brazilian trailer? We haven't talked about this.
The one where the invisible hit.
Yeah, where the invisible person, like Lizard, gets punched, but there's nobody there.
Yeah,
that was good.
That was awesome
because they totally did that on purpose, right? Like that wasn't a mistake. They left that in there.
It's maybe a Tobey Maguire, and they're like,
that's their marketing. Like, it's all just these subtle
hints. Show everything.
The bookcase for Daredevil, right? It's like we're not going to announce anything, but we're gonna make these mistakes. That was fun.
But here's the thing. I said at that point in time though, I'd love to work in that marketing department. Like subterfuge, marketing. Yeah. I said, can you run okay, what we're gonna do is we're going to hey, let's pixelate this picture and we'll put this on 4chan and then
it would be fun, right? Like
back subliminal messaging. Just flash it real quick.
Exactly. Then you get one person. You get one person to bite on it, right? Then you basically try to catfish a whole bunch of other people, and
that's the thing. Everybody's talking about that image of Lizard, getting hit. So everybody's like, "What is this?" It gets people talking about the movie.
I hope that part's not even in the movie at all. I hope that's not even a scene. Because they've done that before too, where they show stuff in the trailers that wasn't even in the movie.
Or it's like a deleted scene.
Yeah, sure, right. Give it to me in the DVD bonus features. But I kind of hope it's not even in the movie that they're like, oh yeah, see, just kidding, we did this on purpose.
Yeah, I would love that. Well, they totally do that, right? Just because remember Hulk was in I said the actual full Hulk was in all of the Infinity War trailers. Remember?
Yeah, that's right. Yeah,
and Hulk wasn't in. I said Hulk wasn't in Infinity War.
Yep. Right, so it's happened before. This is Disney and Marvel, man. They don't make mistakes. It's on purpose, and they just snuck it in on the Brazilian TV spot rather than the U.S. one to be like, oops, maybe we messed up for Brazil. Pretty sure you didn't mess up.
That Brazil. Or like I said, honestly, or even maybe some of those shots of Tom Holland, like I said in the main trailer, are actually one of the other.
Oh yeah, you said that after the first one. I feel like that's a thing too. Or, like Ed brings up, maybe it's John Cena who's punching the Lizard in that trailer, right? Because you can't see him.
Because you can't see him.
Or, I mean, at this point, John Cena or The Rock or even Zack Ryder could show up in this movie, and I wouldn't be surprised.
What do you guys think about The Rock as Black Adam? You guys see that trailer?
I didn't. Talk about that? No, I don't think we did.
It's just a little teaser, and it's basically these SWAT team looking guys discover this cave. And all of a sudden the Rock's like, I guess, standing there. I don't know what happens. It's like in between a scene.
Okay.
And the Rock's like kind of just standing with his back to him. And then one guy comes over to him and he just grabs him and starts charging him with electricity. And the guy just dissolves into nothing. And then you just see the Rock's face for a second. So I don't know. I mean, I like the Rock, and I also don't like the Rock sometimes because I feel like he really takes over like control of a lot of the movies he's a part of, probably because he's just so fucking rich. He just throws his money at it. Whoops.
Yeah.
And he can pretty much do whatever the hell he wants. I hope it turns out well.
Yeah,
and it makes like they're not going to kill him off initially. So what is he going to kill Shazam? Are they going to create like a team of villains or something? Because that's not going to be the only time the Rock's going to want to be that villain. I think
you would think
he's going to try to do like a Shazam Superman movie or something versus Black Adam because that's a comic.
Yeah, like I don't know. I'm with you, Nate. Like to me, like I said, The Rock is like I said, it's the like I said, whatever movie with The Rock, or you know, like so like, it's not like because he definitely takes over like the premise of it. Like so, for example, like on my flight, right? When I was flying to Vegas, I said I watched Jungle Cruise, like. And The Rock is in there. I'm like, this movie literally makes no sense. So I'm like, it's literally The Rock in Jungle Cruise.
Yeah, it was so bad.
It's so bad.
It's bad. And I watched Red Notice on Netflix, which isn't. It's not horrible. But it's very much rockified.
Yeah,
you know?
I liked it though. It was Netflix good.
Like, yeah, it's true.
It was Netflix good. It's
and Hobbs and Shaw I actually did like, even though The Rock.
Hobbs and Shaw is good. Yeah.
But it's again. The Rock.
It's The Rock. Yeah.
He's the same
You always
guy.
get kind of the same character with him.
Yeah. And he tends to like I saw a meme probably earlier this week. Like he's in all these kind of similar movies too, like Jumanji and Jumanji 2 and Jungle Cruise. He's like in this, jungle-esque setting where they all kind of feel the same. I think like there's
even Hobbs and Shaw had a lot of jungle scenes.
Yeah, it did. Yeah. Like a lot of them are starting to feel very similar.
Yeah.
And that dude's in like 2 or 3 movies every year. Like he's a busy guy. He just cranks it out.
The energy drink that's the #1 best-selling energy drink, I guess.
Really?
Yeah. So he's just making like hand over fist money. The guy's probably loaded. Yeah. And he's got some other company. I can't remember. Oh, the Tequila, which I guess is selling pretty well.
He's popular, man.
But yeah, I watched in Red Notice. If you didn't notice it, Ryan Reynolds also owns a alcohol company called Aviation Gin.
Mm-hmm.
So in the scene, he's drinking Aviation Gin.
Okay.
They show the bottle.
That's awesome.
In another scene, they show the Rock's tequila, and he's drinking that. And then in another scene, I think they show his energy drink. Somebody's drinking one of his energy drinks. It's like a ZA Hawaiian energy drink thing. It's just funny. I mean, that guy's just making so much money. It's crazy.
That's awesome. I did not
Good for
know
him.
that.
Yeah. I mean, because he started out as a wrestler and, like he went far. And he said like way early on in his career, I want to be successful in the movies. I want to be like, one of the most successful people out there. And here he is.
Yeah. And he's one of the biggest, if not the biggest action star right now. So
yeah, he's huge.
It's crazy, right? That's how you get inserted to things like Fast and the Furious, or, you get like a Jumanji franchise.
Right.
I don't know. Maybe that's a big deal. Or Disney, right? Jungle Cruise. Like these are all big name movies, like properties that other people want to be a part of. So,
but that doesn't necessarily draw me to a movie.
I couldn't finish it. Yeah, I couldn't finish Jungle Cruise. Ed said he refused to watch it. I don't blame you. It was bad.
Well, it's like as successful as he is, it doesn't necessarily make me want to watch a movie when I see his name. I'm like, that could be just, I mean, that's like a 50-50 right there. I don't know.
Like there was a time, like early Rock career, like a lot of those movies are really good, right? Like Scorpion King, like Walking Tall. Like
Walking Tall. That's the one.
Yeah, they were pretty good, but he's just in so much now.
What about Escape from Witch Mountain?
I never saw that. Yeah, I never saw that.
It's really bad.
It's so bad. That's another one that doesn't make sense. Like,
why is The Rock here?
What
else? Journey to the Center of the Earth? Isn't he in that one? That's another kind of outdoorsy jungle one.
Man,
San Andreas. That one was okay. The earthquake one.
Skyscraper.
The Rampage one.
Oh yeah, Rampage. Yeah, he's in the jungle in Rampage.
Yeah.
Rampage is pretty bad too.
Like, did you guys see Skyscraper?
Yes.
Like, so like it's like, hey, Rock action star. So what can we do? Okay, well, we can chop off his leg. So we can chop off his leg and make him an action hero.
And he still is a badass.
And he still is a badass.
Rock gets through perseverance, people.
Yeah. Ed mentions another old one that was good, Rundown. The Rundown. That was a good movie too. Right, but that was one of his first couple that were still fun. And it was in the jungle, so there's that.
Lots of jungle.
Yeah, he's a jungle man. They need to redo George of the Jungle, but with The Rock.
Oh my god, yes. They probably will too.
I guarantee you somebody's thought of
you
that.
You heard it here first.
Pitched, yeah.
Oh, I bet you.
Right? Somebody else had the same conversation.
That's how he gets over
guy.
to Disney. That's how he gets into Disney.
Yes. George of the Jungle.
George of the Jungle.
I mean,
and then he ends up like, okay, George should be an Avenger, guys.
Yeah, there you go.
Here's $5 million to help me. I'll help you guys make the movie. Here's $5 million. Now you just make George part of the Avengers.
Mm-hmm. Why not? It totally makes sense.
Multiverse of Madness, right?
Yeah. Rock of the Jungle.
Jungle Rock.
Jungle there Rock. You go. Jungle Rock.
Slowly degraded into a conversation about The Rock.
Yeah, I know. Well,
I love how we do really well. We shoot the shit, and then we just find the topic, and we can just go straight.
Yes.
Well, speaking of like DC movies,
spiral.
Nate, like I said, did you see Zack Snyder's tease for Final Crisis?
No.
Oh
no. What is that? Like another
Justice
based on League
game or something?
No, Final Crisis is it's basically it's the whole continuation of what will be the continuation of of Zack Snyder's Justice League. So it'd be Final Crisis. It's when, like I said, Darkseid actually gets the anti-life equation.
Oh hell yes!
That's huge.
That would be amazing. Yeah, I mean, restore the Snyderverse, right? Like there was a meme that I saw, and it was Warner Brothers, and it's like, it's number 2 talking to Dr. Evil, and he's like, "Sir, we could make billions if we restore the Snyderverse." And then Dr. Evil's like, "Why make billions when we could make millions?" It's WB.
That sums up there. That I feel like those are.
You could make $1 billion if you just restore it, but you don't want to.
No, we're gonna go ahead and make millions.
We'd rather just make a little less.
Yeah, let's show this Joss Whedon one because he's an upstanding gentleman.
Yeah, right.
Let's put all our eggs in his basket.
I am excited, but also scared for Flashpoint. So we'll see how that goes.
I don't know. What about that Robert Pattinson Batman that's coming out really soon?
I'm very excited for that. Now, I don't think they're trying to make any kind of continuation or tie-in with that, which is how it should.
At least not yet.
That movie's going to survive. It needs to be kind of on its own so that they can create their own trilogy from that.
Yeah.
Because it looks like they're going first year style, which is one of my favorite comic stories for Batman. It's just so good. Yeah.
Well, true detective like style.
Exactly.
Right. Yeah.
There's not many movies with Batman that really focus on the detective aspect. The Nolan ones were okay because they would show some scenes where he's actually doing research and like trying to like figure out what's going on. But the comics are much deeper in that. So I like how this movie looks like it's really focusing on that detective and really the mind game between Batman and Riddler. Something that's mentally toe-to-toe rather than physically.
Right.
So that'd be cool.
I'm not
like
super
The Rock.
excited.
Yeah, like The Rock. Yeah, The Rock's going to be a surprise villain. He's going to be the new Bane.
Or the surprise Batman. He could be the surprise Batman.
Oh my God. He's like, let's change the backstory of Batman. His dad was a Batman. That's me. I'm The Rock. I trained the Batman to fight.
It seems likely. Who knows?
Okay, that should be an entire podcast one day. We just like pitch movies with The Rock. Like we just pitch a whole bunch of movies with The Rock.
Because there's a 50-50 chance we're going to land some of those ideas. You know?
Absolutely.
Because his track record is just all over the place. You never know what that guy's going to do.
I feel like he'll do it. He'll do just about anything.
Frenchie Nation. You never know what he's cooking. That's right.
Yeah. Shout out to Frenchie Nation over on YouTube. Looks like a Grease fan. Jeremy, speaking of musicals, did you watch that Andrew Garfield Rent movie that's on Netflix? Because you like Rent, right? Isn't that what
Yes.
that is? It's about rent.
Yeah, but I haven't watched it.
You didn't watch it?
No.
I watched
I
it.
kind of wanted to watch it, but then I realized I'm probably not interested in this, and I just want to watch it because it's Andrew Garfield.
I have nothing against musicals. I just don't really
It's like-
enjoy them myself.
And it's like behind the scene, like him like creating it and writing it
Yeah.
and coming up with the
Yeah.
idea. I'm like,
Right.
that's probably not something I really want to watch.
If you don't know much about Rent, you might not.
I don't.
I mean,
and
for
I
people
know
that really
nothing
enjoy
about it.
Rent, you probably
I've
won't
never
enjoy
even
that movie.
seen Rent, so yeah, like I guess there's no point in me watching a movie about him writing songs for a play that I've never seen. So
Right.
yeah, that's why I skipped it. Well, you know what? You know what I don't skip? That's following us on Instagram. That's right. We're on Instagram at STS Guys. We're on Twitter at STS Guys. And we're also on Facebook at the STS Guys. And I'm Larry from the STS Guys.
Chilling like a villain.
Show him like a villain.
Ding 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 diggy ding ding. Ding 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 diggy ding ding.
Ed in the chat does say that the Rent movie with Andrew Garfield is good. So if you ever choose to watch Rent, I recommend watching the original cast performance. Good tip. It totally got me sidetracked. Jeremy, I very much appreciated your backwards Shilling Like a Villain last week, where you did everything in the reverse order
Yes.
that I usually do it.
But he did them
alright.
all. It was
He
just
did.
reverse order.
He didn't miss a beat. It was very good. Especially like the shout out to the Dan Aykroyd podcast. That was a deep cut right there.
I try.
That was good. If you like Funko Pops, you should head over to shumistore.com. Get yourself some Funko Pops. Enter code STS, guys. You're going to save 10%. Guys, I've got some bad news.
What?
Apparently in September, 3 months ago, animatedapparelcompany.com shut down.
Oh no! Oh, no.
And I
Been
had,
promoting a shutdown website for 3 months.
and I had no idea.
Oh
That's-
goodness!
So Animated Apparel Company's gone the way of Podcoin. They were the best, but they're not the best anymore. So we're gonna have to find something new to do the it's the best drop.
That's
If
great.
you have any ideas, let me know. In the meantime,
Oh,
you went there, animatedapparelcompany.com. You can't enter a code STS guys because there's no website.
It doesn't
anymore.
exist, and it hasn't
There's-
for the last
there's-
3 months.
No, there's no licensed T-shirts.
Oh.
There's nothing. It's just
That's
gone.
funny.
But one thing that's forever is our friends who have podcasts.
I don't have friends. I got family.
That's right, our friends like Talkin' Pops, Pop Collectors Alliance, who did a new episode of their podcast this week for the first time in like 6 months. So shout out to those guys. The Dorksmen, Geek Together, Secondary Heroes, The Average Nerd Podcast, Nerdy Curious, Movie Retakes, the Toy Rewind Podcast. They just did a great episode about the Little Green Army Men. Highly suggest you check them out. They were number 2 on my Spotify Wrapped for most listened to podcasts that I've listened to this year. So shout out to Spotify for that. Dorksman was number 1. Shout out to those guys. Toy Rewind, 3 beers and a mic.
And a mic.
Just a little podcast. The Totally Rad Movie Podcast, where Scott and I never record an episode. And the Figure Booth with Josh and Nate, who did miss last week, but they're
did.
back with a new episode tomorrow.
That's right. Missed
did
our first
notice
week.
and the Dan Aykroyd podcast. Come on.
Oh yeah,
That's it.
and the Dan
Dan Aykroyd, there you
Aykroyd,
go.
and the Charles Bronson podcast, and the Movie Gap, and the rest of the Cross the Streams Media family. Just go to crossthestreamsmedia.com and you'll find a bunch of great podcasts like those. But it was fun. I got to share my Spotify Wrap this year to show off what my top 5 podcasts were. It was Dorksman, Toy Rewind, I'd forget something else. This is the Parks and Recreation one. Oh, and Talkin' Pops, they were number 3. Then Rob Lowe's Parks and Rec podcast, and Jamiezy 3000. I was happy
Nice.
because I could share it this year, because last year we were my most listened to podcast, and I felt like I couldn't share the fact that I only listened to my own podcast on Spotify.
Well, also, I learned that Larry really likes Taylor Swift.
Number 1, baby.
Number 1.
Nice.
2021
T
was the
Swift.
year of Taylor Swift. Absolutely.
How many minutes of T Swift?
I'm not sure, but I was in the top 2% of listeners.
Oh wow,
Yes.
that's a lot of minutes.
However, she's got like millions of listeners, so I did the math,
Yeah.
and it's only like top 20,000 or 200,000 or something. Like it's not really that big of an achievement, but
That's still
something.
That's still a lot of Taylor Swift.
Don't
Stop.
discount yourself yet.
I had a weird year. It was Taylor Swift, Bomb Pops, Aquabats. My Spotify Wrapped is a mess, but it was fun. All right, I think that's all we got.
All right. So with that, with Larry loving the old T Swift,
Hey,
I said for episode 196 of the STS Guys, I've been Jeremy.
hey, it's Larry.
Hey guys, I've been Nate.
And Scott's out sick.
God, sounds sick.
I could play the song again.
Play the song again.
Take it.
STS Podcast. Guys, STS Podcast. Guys, STS Podcast. Guys, Jeremy, Leo, Larry, and Nate. Scott's out sick. Jeremy, Leo, Larry, and Nate. Scott's out sick. Jeremy, Leo, Larry, and Nate. Scott's out sick. STS Podcast. STS Podcast. Guys, STS Podcast. Guys, STS Podcast. Guys.
Never gets old.
Classic.